This is the last of the garlic. I've got it all out of the garden. Well, I've got 14 more plants out there, and I'm leaving them because they're not ready. What I wanted to show you is the other day when I pulled some elephant garlic, I had pulled some, and I think I've hung it up. I'll show you one right here that was pulled. Let me pull these little bubblets off of it. Now, we're talking in less than a week. Of course, now, the other day I made that video out there pulling the garlic or the Egyptian walking onions. So one of those two videos, I'd pull some elephant garlic. And you can see this, it's not showing, barely can feel any definition of the cloves in there. So I thought, well, that's not really ready. So I said that it's a week or less out at the most. And so that very day it rained on me. That's when I tilled the garden out there a little. It come a little shower. Well, that evening, later on that evening, it come a gully washer. I mean, it poured. So it throwed some more moisture to the garlic. I'll lay this one right here. I caught this just in time. It needed to come out, and I'll show you why it needed to come out. I'll pull a few out here. Well, there's several, but they were just starting to have a catastrophe, is what we're fixing to have. When it starts to go, believe me, it'll go. Let me get some of this dirt off. But I'm going to show you three or four. I'm pulling these little, I call them bubblets, and then I'll get a comment that says they're bubbles, or whatever you want to call them. They're bubblets to me. Let me get this ready, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll get on that side, maybe you can see a little better, I don't know. Okay, these three right here, it'll make the point, which I had to look for these. There's a few, but not many. I caught it just in time. If I'd had to wait for another 2 or 3 days or a week, it'd have been a mess. This one is one I'm showing you here. You can feel the cloves, but they're not well defined. Too early. In my opinion, for me, it's too early. The whole purpose of this is growing cloves, right? Now right here's one too. Right here's what'll happen. Let me get a couple more, 2 or 3 more. This is what'll happen. This is the start of it right here on this one. You can see where it's starting to bust open. Of course, it got all that rain, and it was time for them to mature anyway. Man, it's just like anything else, they load up. And this skin can just take so much. You know, you can see where it's died down. That one's starting right in here it's not opened up yet, but it's almost opened up. Not opened up yet, but almost. Now here's one that's busted plumb out the side. You can see it's busted plumb out the side there. The cloves. It just growed and split this wide open. That's what happens. It won't hurt a thing. But I mean, if you was going to sell this, you wouldn't want to sell that to somebody, the side gaping open like that, would you? You can see where that's opened up. And this one here, the side of it, you can see where it's open. Exposing the cloves. If you're saving it for seed, it don't matter, but here's the deal. Those little boogers right there, you leave them in too much longer, and they'll sprout. They'll try to grow again. You don't want that. You do not want that, I'm telling you. Anyway, that's the deal. You want to prevent that, and sometimes it's hard to catch it just right, but that's why you got to go out there and pull one up and check. You've got to check. It's like I say, it don't hurt a thing for me, but if you're selling this stuff, that's not the way it goes. You don't want to do that. You don't want that to happen to you. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Or what I do. You've seen it before probably if you've watched this channel. And what I've done, I've learned over the years. Now this is, it's like I say, this is, I'm saving these little bubblets this year. And I'll put one or two more right there with that one little one here. I just saved the biggest of them little dudes. Now, we'll tie this one up. Like I said, go around that baby twice. Pull her tight. You pull that, go around it twice, and when you pull that, it's locked. It ain't gonna loosen back up on you. It sure won't. Okay, that's it, just like that. And then we'll hang that baby up there somewhere. Let's grab one side of it. Slide it over just like that. Try to leave one, I do, just a little bit higher than the other. And let's air circulate. And that's the way she rolls. I just wanted to show you how them opened up. Now there's another one. I just take these, and this year I'm removing these because there was people asked about them last year and I didn't save them. I'll save them this year and we'll have them if somebody's wanting some. We'll post them on my wife's Etsy channel or Etsy store or whatever you call it. Now occasionally on these you'll have some that them little dudes will be right under the first layer of the skin. I just rip them out. Get that dirt off of there as much as you can. You know, I used to wash these. The last time I washed them, wash all the crud off. You figure they're already wet. I'm talking about the day you pull them out of the ground. You figure they're already wet, but I wouldn't advise washing them because it can very easily set up mold growth. You don't want that. Just do like I'm doing, leave the dirt on, and well, you do how you want to do. I wouldn't wash them though. Get that dirt out of there though. Just massage it out as good as you can. So you still got all the layers that's left of the paper around those cloves. And the outside layers is the only one that's going to have the mud on it now, right? So later on you'll, when these cure, when you get ready to take them down, then you can take a couple outside layers of the paper off and you won't be dealing with a big wad of mud here. And when you peel those outer skins off, the dirt will go with it. I mean, it'll be clean right under you. clean enough anyway. And here's another one that's kindly starting to open up. Won't hurt a thing because, you know, I may sell some of this year. And when you sell it, I usually, unless, you know, there's no need in someone buying the stalk and the roots, and I just take them apart and sell the cloves. This is some big elephant garlic, there's no doubt about it. Pretty good size stuff. It growed good this year. Hard to believe that when I planted these, well, you've seen the cloves last year when I was cleaning them up, getting ready to separating these, taking the cloves out. What I'd do though, I'd cut the roots off. I took them shears, snip them roots off, and then I'd snip that about right here, 1.5 inches up, and then I'd wash it and clean. Oh, that's pretty. That's so pretty that they started molding out here. Not bad, but they were pretty and white. I just wonder after you done that if you couldn't have took some vinegar and just lightly coated the skins with vinegar would probably have prevented that from happening. Don't know. I'll put a couple more in each one of them, and then I'll turn that camera off and finish this up. I got out yesterday morning. I got up yesterday. It's cool. Good and cool day to work out. I got out there and pulled all my onions. Got all my onions up. Actually, yesterday we put most of them in the freezer. Chopped them up, put them in baggies, and put them in the freezer. And then I've got a few more somewhere around here, spread out over there. Got all the remainder of the Egyptian walking onions and 3 rows of this elephant garlic. So all the garlic's out, all the onions out, including the Egyptian walking onions. And my granddaughter is on her way down there to get me some diesel. And then we're gonna work on that garden a little, and we're going to get rid of some weeds out there and get ready for some sweet corn. Getting ready to plant some sweet corn. By the time you get done with this garlic, you're kind of sick of garlic for a while. Or I am, anyway. I'm talking about harvesting it and getting it put up. Garlic. We love garlic. I believe I can get one more right in there somewhere. Or right there, either one. I can probably get 2 more here if I don't fall. Yeah, boy. Now I can get 1 more there. Want to hold it. That's probably good enough. Want to hold it back a little. Okay. I'll turn you off here for right now and go ahead and get all this done. You've seen it before. I'll turn you back on if I get out there in the garden, and I will, probably. And see what it looks like when we get that tilled up ready for corn. I'll be back.